Good morning, everyone. I haven't checked yet, but I think there's still spots available for the New Year's Eve meditation and New Year's Day workshop. And I had somebody ask me to kind of describe what it is, and I thought it'd be easier to do it in a video instead of doing it written, because it could be a lot of information. But the way this works is I do the New Year's Eve meditation separate from the New Year's Day workshop, but they are a full process together. So we begin on New Year's Eve, and to let you know, this meditation will be live. I will film it, but there will only be 12 people that can do the in-person, and that will be we'll be doing safe practices, social distancing, because that's still important. And there are some spots left. There are a few people that have already booked, but what we do during this is it begins with this beautiful relaxing. So we do a meditation, and for those of you that don't know, I do deep, advanced contemplative meditations with active listening. So what happens is we go through a deepening process of going deep within, and then we do a releasing. We shed anything that we've been carrying. It could be a burden, it could be responsibilities in a relationship, it could be an illness or an expectation of society or a lack of acceptance from society. It's anything that makes our life anything less than blissful. It can be something good as well, something that we're just going, oh, I finished this, I just ready to let it go. And I want to let it go at a deep and permanent level. This is the biggest thing about these meditations that I've heard time and again. Wow, I let go of that conflict I had with my sister, and I thought it would come back because it always comes back, but it never came back. And that's what's advantageous about letting go of things at that deep level. So we go through this process. It takes about 45 minutes, and then we'll be done in time. It starts at 7:15, so you're done at 8 or shortly after if we had something come up that we needed to go over. And then you go celebrate your New Year's free of whatever it is that you might have been holding. On New Year's Day, what we do is we go through what I call a personal mythology process. It's intuitive mythology. And this is a journey to kind of connect with our most authentic, truest self. It's a part that some of us lose as children, where we believe we can be anything. I can be a superhero or a frog or a light post, right? Kids have that imagination and anything is possible. But then somewhere along the line, we start to believe that there are obligations in life that exclude the idea of anything being possible. And I think you can have both. I think you can meet those responsibilities and you can still live your life from that space of infinite possibility, living as who you want to be. And so what we do is we go through this process of finding that deep place and the thing we truly want behind the typical New Year's resolutions. And we set a resolution, but we not only do that, we do a special practice I do called reverse goal setting, which gives you a plan and just a daily simple question you just ask once a day that carries you through the year. They say that it is a very high percentage of people that do not follow through on their New Year's resolutions. They go a month or 2 months, sometimes 3, and then they drop them and kind of fall back into old patterns. This process prevents that because it approaches it not from the fact of, I, as the person I am today, need to figure out how to do something I've never done before. It connects with the person you would be if you had finished that and kind of ask them, How did you do it? And then we get that guidance from our own deeper self. So it's a really beautiful practice. It's very soothing. It's very transformational, very peaceful. I've been doing the practice, some version of the practice, for about 25 years. I have it locked down now to where it's this extensive writing practice where it's more writing and releasing and then creating that new possibility. And so it's really wonderful. And with the number like 12 people, it's very personally intimate. Each one of us gets to be in our own process, but share that with other people in the space, which always helps deepen the process. But we don't have to be involved or engaged. We can share as little or as much of our process as we want, but we will have opportunities to check in with each other. So that's a beautiful thing about doing it in person. But let you know, the workshop on the 1st will not be live. It will not be televised. It won't be on YouTube. So only the New Year's Eve meditation. If you want to do the New Year's Day practice, you do have to be part of the class. So I hope that answers your questions. If you have more questions about it, just post in the comments or shoot me an email. My email address is on most of my social media. It's just linda@theselfcaresanctuary.com. I am happy to support in any way I can, and I just really look forward to catching this wave that is New Year's, this time where our brain starts to believe in that possibility again, and not just believe in it during that time, but make it a reality. So I also have questions about Lit Up. I will do that in a separate video. So I just want to thank you for taking a few minutes with me this morning. I hope everyone has a beautiful day.